Hi, band families. Welcome back to Ike. And tonight we're going to talk about Band 2020 in the distance learning model. All right. So, first of all, Mr. Brown wanted me to remind everyone that we do have one more chance for you to pick up school materials, and that's tomorrow from 8:30 to 12. But I do want to point out this is not for instruments or band supplies. We're going to have a separate date for that later on, and I'll talk more about that. Um, all right, so music in a distance learning model. It's going to look different than last year, right? It's going to look different than the spring. It's going to look different, of course, than the fall. We're really going to focus this year on your individual instrument technique. So we're going to talk a lot more in depth about different flute skills or different trumpet skills, and less about ensemble skills, which were more, how do you play along with others and how do you respond to others in an ensemble. So again, more individual instrument technique based. We're also going to do a lot of music writing. So we're going to do some theory and composing. We will probably try to do some virtual ensembles where you make recordings, send them to me, I put them all together. But that won't be happening until later in the trimester once we've kind of got our playing chops back up to speed. And then I know a lot of you probably want to know, are there going to be concerts, festivals, competitions, a spring trip? Um, Short answer is I don't know. Those are all things that usually happen in the spring. So, as time progresses, we'll know a little bit more about what spring can and will look like. But I will keep you updated, of course. All right, so supplies for this class. You're going to need your instrument. And then just like last year, you have three options. You might own your own instrument already, or you rent from a music store, which we set up last year at Ike. This year, again, rentals will look a little different. Or you can borrow a school instrument. We do have a limited inventory of school instruments, but they're mostly for the larger instruments, your tubas, your bari saxophones. But I do have some available if you would like to borrow from the school. Please complete the back to school instrument survey that I'm going to be emailing out. Everyone needs to fill this out. It's how I'm going to be planning for getting instruments out to people. So even if you have your own instrument, please fill out that survey and let me know that. And then you're also going to need some instrument specific supplies. Again, I will send that list out via email next week. If we were in class, there are a lot of things I can just hand you in class. I can hand you another reed if your reed breaks. I can give you some valve oil if you need it. Obviously, we can't do that, so we're going to have to utilize some different options for getting you those supplies. You're going to want a quiet place to play. You're going to want a quiet place for you, the musician, so that you can practice without distractions. But you also want to be cognizant of how your playing is going to affect other people in your household. So I'm encouraging families to have a discussion about where band class should happen. And it might have to be in a different room than all your other classes are happening, right? So maybe for band, you have to go to the garage to play your trumpet so that you're not disrupting, your sibling who's also doing some distance learning and some Zoom calls. Of course, you're going to need your computer. Make sure you have a microphone and a camera. I will be requiring video assessments this year. You're probably going to want a set of headphones. It's just a better experience for you if you can be wearing the headphones and listening to the music examples while you're playing along. And then, of course, you need internet access. Optional supplies, a hard copy of our method book. Now, we are going to have all of our music available digitally through Otis and some other applications, but if you want to purchase a hard copy so that you have something physically to look at, I'm going to be providing links and information for that. Totally optional because everything will be available digitally. And then some people found last year that having an external microphone, a separate microphone, made for a better experience. So you might want to look into getting one of those, or if you have like a gaming microphone or a set of headphones, those would be appropriate as well. Now, by now you have logged into Otis and you know that this is going to be our main hub. It's where all of our assessments, all of our lessons, our links, our resources, gradebook, everything will be found in Otis. But we are also going to be using two other resources. We're going to use Smart Music again, which we rolled out and kind of tested a little bit in the spring. So we're going to be using Smart Music for our method book and all of our songs. So all of our digital music will be accessible through Smart Music. And then we're going to use Breezing Through Theory for our theory and composition, so music writing. We'll be using that website as well. And of course, in class, we'll do some step-by-step lessons to learn how to access and engage with those applications. For our weekly schedule, it's going to be posted in Otis on Monday. It's really just kind of a skeleton of our weekly activities to give you an idea of what songs or exercises we're going to be focusing on for the week. It will show you, we will have live activities, so that will be the activity that we're doing face-to-face with each other on Zoom. There will be independent activities that I'm going to ask you to go practice on your own. And then if there is an assignment due, it will be listed as well. This is not a substitute for coming to class every day, right? So I don't want you looking at this lesson plan and just practicing everything on Monday night and thinking you don't have to come to class. You do still have to log in every day. This is more a courtesy for if you miss a day for some reason, you can go back and just have a quick look at what we did in class. All of our classes will meet via a Zoom link. It's the same Zoom link every day. So once you have that link, if you want to save it to your calendar, we'll be talking about how you can do that so it's accessible. For Monday, for our very first class, I will email you that link. I will also put it on the class board and in the announcement page so that you can find it in a variety of different places. And then they're also available on the calendar that's embedded in the class board. All right, grading is going to be very similar to last year. We have our formative and our summative assessments. Formative are the assessments that happen during the learning process. So maybe while we're learning a song, I'll have you check in with me a couple of times. And then the summative is the final product. So once we've worked on the song for a while, you send me your final version of it. Only the summative will account towards your grade, but you will get a rubric for all assessments. Okay, and we're going to be using that 8-point IB rubric from last year. You're going to have performance-based assessments, so playing tests, and then you're also going to have some written assignments, like as we're doing our theory and composition work, you'll be turning in some music writing, and then you'll also have to do some text with our process journal. So the expectations are that we are going to continue to make growth as musicians. We are going to be better musicians on the last day of school than we are on the first day of school, no matter whether we are in distance learning or in a live class setting. Okay, I promise you, you're going to get better this year. Your daily attendance is required for our live sessions. So whether you're first period or second period band, you will be there logging in every day. You need to be prepared to play and actively participate in our live lessons. So do show up with your instrument available or already put together. I will be asking you to play during our live sessions. So you want to make sure you're ready for that. And then please make sure you get your work done in a timely manner so that I'm not chasing you down asking you for these assessments. I have office hours available for parents once a week on Thursdays from 1:45 to 2:15, and there is a link to sign up for those. It will be in Otis, and I'll make sure that I send it out in an email as well. You can just sign up for a spot, and we can meet for 15 minutes if you would like to have a face-to-face meeting via Zoom. But do remember, I'm always available via email if you have any general questions or concerns. I will be responding within 24 hours during the school week. So if you email at 5 o'clock on Friday, I might wait till Monday to respond. But my email is there, and then you can also contact me through Otis and send an email that way. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being ready for another exciting school year. Please make sure to take that back to school survey that I will be emailing out. And then I will also have a handbook for you with helpful links for all the things that I talked about in tonight's video. All right, I look forward to seeing you Monday morning. Bye, guys.